Saturday, February 24th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Battle Club Guys podcast. I'm your host, the Battle Club Mike. Like I said, good morning, everybody. This is Battle Club Guys podcast. As always, I'm the Battle Club Guy. WWE Elimination Chamber just ended not too long ago. It was live from Perth, Australia. So the time difference, it's nighttime over in Perth, Australia. It is currently 8:58 a.m. here on the East Coast in the United States. I've been up since 4:30 a.m. this morning watching the whole Elimination Chamber event. And like I say, it was a great show. It was a great show from start to from the opening to the closing of the show. That was a great show. I'm going to go down all the matches, give you my go over the results of each match, give you my thoughts on each match, and what I think it could mean leading into WrestleMania 40. But first off, if this is your first time joining me, I want to say thank you for joining me. Like I said, this Battle Club Guys podcast. I'm your host, the Battle Club Guy. As always, follow me on Twitter at the Battle Club Guy. Check out that Instagram, the Battle Club Guy. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, the Battle Club Guys podcast on YouTube. So let's get into it. We had a kickoff match. First time we've had a kickoff match in a while, I believe. It was Candice LeRae and Australia's own Indy Hartwell. They took on the Kabuki Warriors, Kairi Sane and Asuka of Damage Control for the women's tag team titles. Let me just say, man, Indy Hartwell, she got a standing ovation at the end of this match. Unfortunately, Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae did not win here. Kabuki Warriors retain the tag team titles after Kairi Sane hit an insane elbow on Candice LeRae. But at the end of the match, man, Indy Hartwell, she got a standing ovation from her home country in Australia, and I thought it was a great kickoff match. Next up, to start the show, we had the Women's Elimination Chamber match. It was Bianca Belair, Raquel Rodriguez, Tiffany Stratton, Liv Morgan, Naomi, and the man Becky Lynch. This was a hell of a Elimination Chamber match, man. Tiffany Stratton was the MVP of this match. Tiffany Stratton, making her transition from NXT to the main roster. Man, Tiffany Stratton, she showed up and showed out in this match, man. From her hitting that swanton bomb off the top of the pod, taking out all the women. Tiffany Stratton channeled her inner Jeff Hardy. It's just a great showing. Tiffany Stratton entered. It started with Bianca. It started with Naomi and Becky Lynch. Tiffany Stratton entered third. Then Liv Morgan entered fourth. Raquel entered fifth. Bianca entered last at sixth. Tiffany Stratton would eliminate Naomi. After the match, Naomi would eliminate Naomi. Naomi hit a sunset flip off the top of the pod, and Tiffany pinned her. Liv Morgan eliminated Tiffany Stratton. It got down to the final three. It was Bianca, Raquel, and Liv Morgan. I'm sorry, it was Bianca, Raquel, Liv Morgan, Becky Lynch. Bianca would eliminate Raquel after hitting a KOD, the kiss of death. Then the final three, Liv, Bianca, and Becky. Liv eliminated Bianca, and then as soon as Liv eliminated Bianca, Becky hit the manhandle slam on Liv, and 1, 2, 3, she was my pick to win. The man, Becky Lynch, wins the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Becky Lynch is going to WrestleMania 40 to challenge Rhea Ripley for that Women's World Championship. It's going to be a great match. I said it before, the man, Becky Lynch versus Mommy Rhea Ripley. That's your main event. Next up, we had the Undisputed Tag Team titles on the line. It was New Catch Republic, the team of Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate. They took on Judgment Day, my guy, Finn Balor, and Senor Money in the Bank, Damian Priest. This was a hell of a tag team match, man. New Catch Republic, not too keen on the name, but man, they put Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate put on a hell of a match with Finn Balor and Damian Priest. They had Dirty Dom out there. Dirty Dom got so many boos. It got so bad from the crowd booing Dominic, the whole front row gave Dominic the middle finger. They had a fade to black. I thought my signal went out. I was like, what's going on? Then someone on Twitter said the whole front row just gave Dominic the middle finger, so they had to cut the feed. During the match, Dominic would try to help Finn. He put his foot under the rope to save the match. The ref saw Dominic got kicked out of ringside. After that, towards the end of the match, Damian Priest would hit a double South of Heaven choke slam off the top rope, followed by the coup de grace from my guy Finn Balor. 1, 2, 3, still the undisputed tag team champions. Finn Balor, Damian Priest. Finn Balor was selling the finger after Pete Dunne stepped on his fingers and it snapped him. He was bleeding from his finger. Like I said in my predictions episode, I do believe it's going to be the Judgment Day versus the Awesome Truth, the Miz and R-Truth at WrestleMania 40. And that's where I could see Judgment Day losing the tag team titles. So like I said, they weren't going to lose them yet, but I could see WrestleMania 40. That's when you could have the Judgment Day lose to Awesome Truth, give Miz and R-Truth that WrestleMania 40 moment. Because, this whole story with Judgment Day has been R-Truth getting kicked out of Judgment Day, then in Judgment Day, then he's not in Judgment Day. Poor R-Truth, he thought Elimination Chamber was in Austria. He flew to Austria. It's in Perth, Australia. Truth, not Perth, Austria. So poor R-Truth's in Austria right now. But either way, in the end, and still, undisputed tag team champions, Judgment Day, my guy, Finn Balor, and Damian Priest. After that, we had the Grayson Waller effect. Grayson Waller came out to a huge... Well, first, Austin Theory came out to booze. Austin Theory introduced Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller got a huge standing ovation from his home country. He did a shoey with the one UFC guy from Australia. I didn't know what a shoey was. I guess a shoey is when you pour a beer in a shoe and drink it out of a shoe. Not my cup of tea, but that's okay. I'm not going to hate on it. It's their culture. Grayson Waller said, let's all acknowledge our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Grayson Waller brings out Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes got a huge ovation in Australia. If it doesn't show that Cody Rhodes is the guy, then I don't know what will. Cody Rhodes got all the pyro today. All of it. They gave him all the pyro for a segment, not even a match. During the Grayson Waller effect, Grayson Waller said that, Grayson Waller asked Seth Rollins, who do you want to face at WrestleMania, Seth Rollins? Seth Rollins said he's mere days away from being cleared for an in-ring competition. Doesn't matter who he faces at WrestleMania because he's going to win anyway. Grayson Waller would go on to ask Cody Rhodes, why is he selfish? Why did he take away the greatest WrestleMania main event they would ever have, Rock and Roman Reigns? Cody Rhodes would go on to say that he's a fan of Dwayne Johnson. Cody Rhodes would say that The Rock isn't the people's champion because to be the people's champion, you have to show up for the people, which The Rock doesn't do. Cody Rhodes would go on to challenge The Rock for a one-on-one match, anytime, any place. Cody Rhodes said, me and you, Rock, anytime, any place. Seth Rollins would go on to say, Cody, when that time comes to fight that battle against The Rock and Roman, you don't have to fight this battle alone because fighting the bloodline is never one-on-one. It's one on the whole bloodline. So, two ways they could go here. They could do Cody versus Rock night 1 and then Cody versus Roman night 2. I think we're still going to get that tag team match because Seth keeps saying, Cody, you don't have to fight this battle alone against the bloodline. So I still think we're going to get Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins versus The Rock and Roman Reigns night 1 of WrestleMania 40, and then night 2 you get your Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns 1-1 for that undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Now The Rock and Roman Reigns will be live on SmackDown this coming Friday from, I believe it's Glendale, Arizona. Rock and Roman Reigns are advertised, so I'm sure we'll get a follow-up there. I'm sure we'll get The Rock and Roman Reigns responding to Cody Rhodes' challenge. So like I said, I don't know if they do Rock and Cody one-on-one, night 1, and then, maybe Rock says, you beat me, Cody, I'll stay out of your match. Or we could still do that tag team match, Cody and Seth versus Rock and Roman night 1. And I know a lot of people say you're going to have Seth fight twice, you're going to have Roman fight twice, Cody fight twice. Yeah, because Seth Rollins is a freaking workhorse. His knee seems to be better. Cody Rhodes beat Seth Rollins with the torn pec. Roman Reigns doesn't have to do that much fighting. Rock can get in there, get some moves in, and I think it'd be one of the greatest tag team matches in all of WrestleMania history. And you got to remember, guys, that WrestleMania 40 teaser they keep showing The Rock and Roman Reigns coming face to face with Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins and saying we're going to change the game. So I think we're going to get that tag team match. After that, we had the Men's Elimination Chamber. The winner of the Men's Elimination Chamber will go in and fight Seth freaking Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship, WrestleMania 40, Night 2, I believe. It was Kevin Owens, Bobby Lashley, the United States Champion Logan Paul, the Viper Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, and L.A. Knight. This was a good chamber match, man. Towards the end of the match is when it really picked up. Lashley got eliminated. AJ Styles, I don't know where the hell AJ Styles came from. I looked down for 1 second, and next I see AJ Styles in the ring beating the crap out of LA Knight with a steel chair. So I think that's going to set up AJ Styles versus LA Knight at WrestleMania. I think that'd be a great match. Or we can get a multi-man match for this United States Championship because Drew McIntyre pinned LA Knight. After that, Logan Paul. I'm not sure who eliminated Logan Paul. I missed that, but Logan Paul hit Randy Orton with brass knuckles, and then Drew McIntyre pinned Randy Orton. And we will get Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins for that World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 40. Now, what do we do with Logan Paul in this United States Championship? I know some people suggested a multi-man match, a multi-man ladder match would be cool. So do we get AJ Styles, LA Knight, Kevin Owens, Logan Paul, Randy Orton for the United States Championship at WrestleMania 40? I think that'd be cool. Randy Orton's going to want to get Logan Paul. Kevin Owens still has beef for Logan Paul. LA Knight has beef for Logan Paul. So I think a multi-man ladder match, WrestleMania 40, for that U.S. title would be great. I hope Randy Orton's okay. He was holding that knee. He was selling that back. So hopefully he was just selling it. But I hope Randy Orton's not legitimately injured. I hope Randy Orton is okay going into WrestleMania. Before the main event, Triple H Levesque came out. He thanked the crowd for hosting a great Elimination Chamber event. Triple H would announce the attendance record of 52,590 fans in attendance. It was basically a WrestleMania in Perth, Australia, at that Optus Stadium, man. It looks so cool, the visuals. Perth, Australia looks like a great place to visit, man. It looks really cool. And then that brings us to our main event. It was the first women's main event on a WWE PLE since WrestleMania 37, which featured Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks, which I was in attendance for. It was the Irresistible Force, Nia Jax, versus Australia's own, the Eradicator, Mommy, Rhea Bloody Ripley for that Women's World Championship. Rhea Ripley is a bona fide babyface megastar. I don't care if they call her a heel or not. Okay, you could see the joy in Rhea Ripley's face coming out there in front of her home country. You could see she started tearing up. She had 13 of her friends and family front row. Her mom was there, her dad was there, her sisters were there. This was Rhea Ripley's homecoming, man. I said Rhea Ripley was going to get her flowers and the ovation she deserved, and she got that. If you haven't watched Elimination Chamber yet and you don't want to watch the whole thing, at least watch Rhea Ripley's entrance, man, because she started tearing up. She is a megastar. This match was, I don't care what anyone says about Nia Jax, okay? Nia Jax put on a hell of a match with Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley hit a frog splash on Nia Jax. Nia Jax hit a Samoan drop on the announcer's table on Rhea Ripley. The table didn't break. Nia Jax would follow that up with a flying elbow drop to put Rhea Ripley through that announcer's table. Nia Jax would hit the Annihilator on Rhea Ripley, which is a bonsai drop. Rhea Ripley kicked out of the Annihilator. It would come down to the end. Rhea Ripley would hit a suplex on Nia Jax off the top rope. Rhea Ripley hit a riptide on Nia Jax. 1, 2, 3, and still WWE Women's World Champion with the win in her home country. Rhea Bloody Ripley. We're on the road to Mommy Mania. It's going to be Mommy Rhea Ripley versus the man Becky Lynch for that Women's World Championship, WrestleMania 40. Can't wait to see that match. I told everyone that's their money match. They've been teasing it for a year now. They tease it at the press conference. They keep teasing it. We're getting the payoff finally. Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, WrestleMania 40. Can't wait to see that. So after tonight, folks, the card for WrestleMania 40, we got Io Sky versus Bayley for that women's championship. You got Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for that women's world championship. For the world heavyweight championship, it's the self-proclaimed savior of WrestleMania, Drew McIntyre versus Seth frickin' Rollins, and it's Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. And what's going to happen? Are we going to get Cody versus The Rock at WrestleMania? Or are we going to get Cody and Seth Rollins versus The Rock and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania? I guess we'll have to find out this coming Friday on SmackDown. Well, there you go, folks. I want to say thank you for joining me on this Saturday morning or Saturday evening, wherever you're watching me from, or if you're going to watch this later on the YouTube channel. I just want to say thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in, as always. As always, this is the Battle Club Guys podcast. I'm your host, the Battle Club Guy. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The Battle Club Guys podcast on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter at the Battle Club Guy. Check out that Instagram, the Battle Club Guy. As we are 42 days away from WrestleMania 40, I will be in attendance all week long in Philly for WrestleMania 40 week. I'll be at WWE World. I'll be at Wale Mania. I'll be at SmackDown Hall of Fame. I'll be at the Mania Club tailgate. If you haven't checked out Mania Club, great group of wrestling fans, great community. Check them out at Mania Club on Facebook, at Mania Club on Twitter, because they put on a hell of a tailgate, man. And ticket details and info will be coming out soon on the Mania Club Facebook page. And then WrestleMania Night 1, WrestleMania Night 2, and the Raw After Mania. The Battle Club Guy, Battlemania 8. I believe this is Battlemania 8 because I've been to 7 WrestleManias. This is my 8th WrestleMania, and I can't wait. 42 days away from the 40th anniversary of WrestleMania. Well, folks, WWE Elimination Chamber is in the bag. The man, Becky Lynch, has punched her ticket to a one-on-one date with mommy Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 40. Drew McIntyre, the self-proclaimed savior of WrestleMania, will face Seth frickin' Rollins for that World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. And in her home country, mommy Rhea Bloody Ripley successfully retained and eradicated Nia Jax. We're on the road to Mommy Mania. 42 days away, guys. WrestleMania 40. I can't wait. Well, as always, folks, thank you for joining me. Till next time.